to sit in a comfortable place, and we always like to keep our spine away from the back of the chair. That gives you the opportunity to really work with strengthening the muscles that give us or support us in the back and enable us to have good posture. And posture is so important for many things. Our ability to stand up, the ability to keep everything open, not tighten up and kind of get all uncomfortable. So we're going to start with breathing today and noticing how our breath actually helps us expand in our upper torso. So I invite you to close your eyes, place your hands for a moment down on your thighs, and just take 3 normal breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, nice and slow. Right? Slow and steady. We don't want to be fast and rushed. There's too much in life that's fast and rushed. Slow and steady. And then if you keep your eyes closed, you can listen to my verbal directions. Take your hands right at your rib cage so your fingertips are gently touching. Now as you inhale and the rib cage expands, let the arms slide out slightly. And as you exhale, let the fingers come back together. So what we're doing here is expanding through the sides of the body, the lateral plane, opening up with an inhale, feeling as though a big helium balloon is lifted in your belly. And then as you exhale, things just knit and narrow as that balloon deflates, the fingers come closer together. Let's take 5 more of those, again, not rushing. Just notice how important your breath is to that expansion and space in the upper body. Nice, full, deep, complete breath. Full, deep, complete exhale. And then release your hands down. Shake out your shoulders. I'm going to do one more breathing here. So you can open your eyes if they're shut so you can follow me. One hand, palm facing upward, right at the middle of your chest. Other hand, palm on top. I ask you to close your eyes again. As you inhale, the top hand's going to lift up like an elevator. We've done this before, elevator breath. As you exhale, the hand slowly comes back to touch. Now this time we're breathing long. So now think of the breath coming from your tailbone to the crown of your head as that top arm lifts up. And as you exhale from the crown of your head down to your tailbone. So we're lengthening through the upper body now. Let's take 5 more of those. Think about being nice and tall and long in the back body. Couple more rounds here. Let each inhale be deep, be full, be complete. And each exhale, pull that belly in towards your spine. And once you've finished, everybody's breathing is different. Place both palms together in front of your heart. Maybe take a moment to set an intention for yourself today, a way to be kinder, more gentle, and perhaps a little bit more easygoing. And then as you exhale, bring your chin down to your collarbone, release the hands down. Flutter open the eyes and take the gaze all the way up. Lift the head, lift the chin. As you exhale, draw that chin down to your collarbone. Feel the stretch in the back of your body as you do so. So keep your hands planted on your thighs. Inhaling and exhale. Really stretch through your cervical spine, the back of the neck here. And one more. Now come to center, look to your right, move your left shoulder away. Just physically move it without using another hand. So you're pushing the left shoulder behind you and you're looking to the right. Now come back to center, shoulder comes neutral as well. Take it over to the left and move that right shoulder back. Come back to center. Now take the chin over to the right again. This time take the right hand and move that left shoulder back. So use your hands here to move the shoulder back. Nice. Release that hand, come center. Take the chin over to the left. Use the left hand to push the right shoulder back. So just a little bit deeper here. Come back to center. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here, holding on to the knees. Inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, use the heels of the hands, round your spine toward the back of your chair. Inhale, clutch the knees. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, pull the belly in as you push the heels of your hands away. One more, just like that. Inhale, lifting. And big, nice, round spine. Exhale. Come back through center. Let's take the right arm up, fold the fingers, thumb on top, and take the left hand, just pull the fist towards you, stretching the outside edge of your wrist here. Not too hard, just enough to notice the sensation. Then release it, and then flip the fingers up and down a few times here, and then rolling them left and right. Release the hands down. We'll take this on the other side. So thumb stays out. We gently bring the fist in. And then release that tension here, lifting up and down. And a few side to side wags. Lower the hands down. Let's lift the shoulders up and roll them back and down. Feel the shoulder blades come together as you roll back. And then take this in the other direction. You don't need to move fast. We just really open up the back body today. And then extend your right arm out. Bring the fingers in once again. Thumb stays up here. We're going to open up to the right, one finger at a time, watching as you go. So as you start to move your arm out, begin to open your fingers one at a time. Come to that full extension here, pressing the palm behind you, looking towards your thumb. And as we inhale, we're going to come back one finger at a time. Take your time. Again, repeat that same move. Start to move out to your right, one finger at a time. Maybe your arm opens a little further this time. And then as you come back, one finger. I like to work the opposite direction. I come out with my index finger and I come back with my pinky. And then lower the hand and take this on the other side. Same thing, so the palm is facing inward. We close the fingers, thumb stays up, and we start to open up to the left. One finger, gaze to the fingers, follow your fingers. Go really nice and slow. Push that arm back. And then as you come forward, maybe you reverse, pinky first, ring finger, middle finger, index. One more time. So this is good for eye-hand coordination, slowing things down, opening up the shoulders, so many things. Each little move has more than what seems to be apparent. This is just not about working fingers here. Lower it down. Now we're going to take both hands up, same move here. Obviously, eyes will stay forward, but not going to be able to move the right to the right and the left to the left unless you've got some kind of coordination I don't know about. We're going to start to open them simultaneously. Same thing here. One finger at a time. Now this time, as both arms are stretched, press the tops of your hands behind you and then slowly take it back. You're working both hands, fingers one at a time, coming forward. Thumbs are facing the front, and we'll take this the last time. So think about your arms opening like wings, spreading as far as they can right and left, and then reaching behind you, your chest lifts up, and then coming back, 2 pinkies, 2 ring fingers, 2 middle fingers, 2 index fingers. Lower it down, shake it out. Let's take the feet chair width apart and turn them out at a 45-degree angle. Keep your hands on your thighs. We're going to start to just cross the spine across the middle of the body. So bring your left shoulder towards your right knee. Use your left hand, kind of push that leg open a bit here. Just a deeper hip twist. Come up. Take your right shoulder over. Use your right hand to push open that opposite leg. Come to center. Let's take it 2 more times in each direction. So the more you open up the leg, you're not only going to use the side body here, you're going to start to get into the hips. So work with your breath. Exhale takes you over. Inhale, come back to center. And 1 more time each side. And 1 more over to your left. Come back to center. Now toe-heel the feet back in, so their feet are right in line with your knees. You can have a little space between your feet. You want to use your feet to be nice and secure. Take your arms out in front of you and hug a tree. So the palms are not touching. And since we live in Long Beach, I know it's winter, but the beach ball, kind of use that one. Now, as you bring your arms in, lift your chest, pull them aside. You inhale, lift up. Now, as you exhale, round the back and take them forward. So just like we did in cat-cow, think of that same thing. Pull and press your triceps back, and then round and come forward. We'll be using this later when we stand, so take 1 more inhale, and then round the spine. Now keep the ball, but lengthen the spine, so the crown of the head comes up to the ceiling. We have a tall back here. Press into your feet. As you exhale, take this to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, come to center. I'm going to add on, you can stay with this or progress with me. As we twist, stay in the twist, lift the beach ball up. Reach the beach ball shoulder height, and then bring it forward. So now we've got that rotation of the spine. Lengthen the spine, lift up. Bring the hands back down and take it forward. 1 more to each side. Exhale to twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulder height, and then bring yourself around. Take a pause in a moment and take it 1 more time. And bring it forward. Lower the hands down and shake it out. So let's work a little bit on the lower body. Take your hands to the side of your chair. We're going to lift the right knee up and kick the soccer ball. So you can point your toe and then flex it up. Point and flex. Point and flex. Now bring that knee in, take hold underneath your hamstring here. Lift your knee up. We're going to take that same thing, maybe now you're a little bit higher. Point towards the floor and then flex up. 1 more. Now as you bring your knee in, see if you can take your hands around your shin. We're going to do a little bit of kind of tap the knee with your nose. You might not really get that far down. So we're going to round the back and think about bringing the knee in and then bringing it back to neutral. So we are rounding the spine, knee comes up. And then as the knee comes lower, we lengthen the spine. Beautiful. 1 more. Release the foot. Slide the foot out. You might need to come a little closer to the edge of your chair. And let's do some point and flex with the foot. Just start to work through the ankle, the muscles in the foot. And then with the toes facing the ceiling, make some circles. So imagine your foot going all the way around, whatever direction you're going is fine, and just reverse that. Slide that foot in, and we're going to take the hands to the chair, left knee comes up, and we've got that soccer kick. So flex out, point to the floor, flex out, point, flex, and point. We're going to take hold underneath, lift it up with tall spine, same thing here. You can reverse the feet if you'd like. You can point out and flex in. It doesn't really matter. We're working them either way. One more. And now we're going to take hold around the shin and do that same little rounded spine. So knee to nose, and then lift it up tall. Exhale, brings you forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. One more. And then release the leg down, slide the foot out, point and flex. Wake things up a little bit. And then make those circles. And take it the other way. Slide that foot in. And then make sure you're seated evenly on your chair, but towards the edge. We're going to work on our sun salutations. Hands start in prayer. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, slide down your shins to your feet. Inhale, come halfway up. Now lengthen that spine here. Look at the ground. Imagine your tailbone to the crown of your head is one long line. Exhale, round it over. Inhale, big sun circle, rise up, gaze up, hands to heart. Progressively getting different. You can stay with your first round, otherwise inhaling. Exhale, rolling down and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, roll down. Now the left hand stays, the right arm sweeps to the side wall. We're going to take this breath here. So keep reaching away. With each breath, get a little bit longer. You have one more nice, beautiful, beautiful breathing hold here. Exhale, float the hand down. And we'll take that left arm up now. Same thing here. Always remember to breathe. If it feels uncomfortable, lower that extended arm. No stress here. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, big sun circle, sweep those arms big and wide. Look up. Hands to heart. And we'll take this again. Inhaling to cactus. Exhale, roll on down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, roll down. Left hand stays, right sweeps up. We're taking this into a flow. Exhale and lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Big sun circle. We're going to go right into the next one without pausing. Hands to heart. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, roll on down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Left stays, right comes up. Lower down. Other arm, lift. Lower. Press into your feet. Big sun circle. Rise up, come up. Hands to heart. Beautiful, everyone. A little bit more energy there. And let's take the hands down to the thighs and open the feet. Again, 45-degree angle, probably as wide as the legs of your chair. Take your left hand to your hip. We're going to take the inside of the right hand inside the knee. As you exhale, slide down to your ankle. Now do something a little different today. Take that left hand, place it behind your head or behind your ear, whatever's comfortable. Let's rotate the spine as you exhale. Left elbow down towards your knee. Inhale, come up. So that's the opposite knee. We're rotating down. Now, as you come down, see if you can get a little closer. And then as you go up, see if you can reach back a little bit more. Beautiful, everyone. It's looking great. Now, the last one, keep the elbow where it is. Lift the arm straight up to the ceiling. Beautiful open twist here. Now, as you come up, keep both arms open. Come nice and wide. And let's take an open twist to the right. Come back towards center. Open twist to the left. Come back towards center. Lower the hands. Inside of the left knee, with the back of the left hand, right hand on your hip. Exhale, slide down. Press your leg into the back of your arm as you take your right hand behind your head. Exhale, rotate down, elbow. We have the hand behind the head, elbow is lifted. Exhale, pull that belly in, find the space to get a little lower each time and a little higher. One more. Now on this lift, stay here and extend the arm up. Think of reaching away rather than reaching down. Press into your leg and your arm here. Send that right shoulder back. And then as you inhale, come up with a T shape. Let's take the open twist first to the left. Come back towards center. Take your open twist to the right. Come back towards center. Lower the hands. Now let's toe heel the feet in. We're going to take that right leg and send it out to the right side of the chair. Now drop your knee outside. We're going to just windshield wiper this a little, so be careful. Both hips are going to swivel on the chair. And let's swivel this around. You're going to have to slide your right foot in, left knee out, and swivel just for a moment, just to get used to that opening of the hip here. And we'll take it back to the other side where we started. So we're windshield wipering the legs. Now you're going to be one hip on the chair. See where my knee is in line with my hip? I'd like to bring it here if I can. If your hips are tight, meaning you sit a lot, and we all do, then you're going to have that knee a little bit forward. So find a place that works for you. Take your free hand, which is your right hand, place it on the back of the chair. Now push your heel away. Hold that push. Just push it away. Work through your foot here. Now come back towards center and roll over the top of your foot, pressing your shoelaces or the top of your foot into the ground. Nice. Now come back to that neutral again. So you are on the ball of your foot, your toes are tucked. Take your left hand and place it behind your head. Just like we did before, we're going to lift that left elbow up and think about bringing your right knee under the chair. So that whole left side of your body, left is lifting. Left, I made a mistake on the side. Now come back to center. Bring your left elbow down towards your left hip. So we're kind of curling inward and outward if you get this. Inhale, come up. So imagine that left thigh hugging your chair, left elbow lifted. And then coming back to center. Left elbow down and push the thigh outward down to meet the elbow. Come to center. One more. So we're coming up, we're really feeling that bend here. And then coming to center and then bringing that elbow down. This is a nice mermaid stretch. So come to center. This time, inhale, lift the elbow up. And reach the arm to the back of the room, over your ear, frame your face, side bending. That way, we'll make it to the back of the room. Beautiful, everyone. Come back to center, release the hand down. Let's lift that left arm up once more. Take your left wrist and bring it to the back of the room. So we've got that same side bend here, just a little bit deeper. Beautiful. We'll release that down. Lower the hand, lift it up again. We're going to take a big twist to the back of your chair. So bring your both forearms behind you, or perhaps grip the chair with your hand, arms are down. We're taking a nice twist, looking to the back of the chair. One more breath. And then lift your left arm. Exhale, float it down. And we're going to take both legs around now, carefully shifting into the left hip. Right knee is going to come out beside you. And again, take note, maybe on one side you were able to get that knee in line with the hip. Maybe this side is a little bit different. Back hand, your left hand is on the back of the chair. And we're just going to push the heel away first. Just push, keep it hold, hold, hold. Breathe, but press. Keep it actively happening. and then come back to center. Roll over the top of the foot, press those shoelaces. Imaginary if you're in socks or boots, but if you have sneakers on, you know what we're talking about. And then come back to your neutral so your toes are flexed, the heel is behind you. We've got that knee right in line here. Now we're gonna lift up the right arm and then place it behind the head. So the elbow is, in this case here in the classroom, is toward the front of the room. Now hold on with your left hand, that's going to give you support. Now, as you inhale, lift the left elbow up and tuck the left thigh under the chair. So it's almost like you're creating a C curve. Now come to center, that means elbow out to the side where we started. Elbow down to your hip. Come to center. So we're not moving the hand at all. We're only moving the lateral side body. Elbow comes up. Elbow comes center. Elbow points down to the floor. Elbow center. One more in each direction. So up to the sky with your elbow. So you're taking that nice round spine. Beautiful. Come to center. And then elbow down towards your hip. Come to center. Now lift that left arm all the way up and take it over your ear to the back of the room. Beautiful. Come back to center. Let's take hold of that arm and take it to the back. Come to center. Release the hands down and let's float everything around to the front. Take your hands to your thighs. Let's just lift right and left. A little bit of marching here before we come up. Two more. And then bring your feet behind your knees. We're going to be coming up here. So you have that 90-degree angle between your knees and your ankles. It's going to be harder to get up. Shift your weight towards the front of your chair. Your feet are nice and firm here. So we're going to come up into chair pose. Options to keep hands like Velcro on thighs. Second option is hands to chest. So you pick what feels better for you. So pressing into your feet with an inhale breath, lift the hips up. Hover over your chair. Push your hips back and lift your heart. So think about what position you're in. Bring your knees gently back if you can. And then we're going to take this down. You can release your arms to the chair if you need a little bit more support to get yourself back. You don't want anybody to get hurt. Very important, right? Most important thing is to maintain the balance and not have anything happen. Wiggle out the feet a little bit. We're going to take that again. So if you tried this position and you want to explore something new, maybe you take hands to heart now. We'll take that same inhale breath, lifting the hips up. We gently press them back. Now another option is to extend those arms, 45-degree angle, frame your ears. One more beautiful breath, inhale, reach up. Exhale, float the arms down. Now let's take the arms out into that T shape again while standing. Flip the palms to the back of the room. Press them behind you and lift your heart. Now interlace the hands behind or take wrists or take elbows. So I'm just going to turn for a moment so you can see we're either here, here, or here. So you want to get one of those positions. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest, and then just a slight back bend here. Take it to whatever level works for you. Chin can be hugging the chest if your neck hurts, and then come back to neutral. Release the hands down. Step the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart so you have a nice firm foundation. Inhale, lift your arms up. Take hold of that left wrist. As you bring it to the right, let the hip come out. Yes, we're going to start to move through the lower body. Nice, everyone. Inhale to center. Take the opposite wrist. Reach over again, move the hip here. We're starting to move that lower body. Come to center. One more time each side. So maybe you even exaggerate the movement of your hip here. Start to move the pelvis. Take hold of the opposite wrist one more time. Now take yourself to center. Take your hands into your back pockets. pinkies, fingers, everything's reaching toward the ground. Roll the shoulders and gently push the hips forward. If you can, lift the chin up. Make sure you're breathing here and then come back to center. Shake it all out. And let's come behind the chair. We're going to work on our warrior series. So Rosalind, you can stay right there on the mat because I'm going to turn so everybody here can see me. Everybody in the room stays the same. So we'll start with our warrior series. Both hands are on the back of the chair. We're going to step that left foot back to a nice wide 45-degree angle. Your front knee is facing the back of your chair. Your chest is as well. So if we took the hands into prayer here, our pinkies would be facing the chair. Now let's lift the arms up. Remember, you can keep one hand to the chair at all times. It's all about your balance, not mine, right? Keep reaching up here. And then take the hands back to the chair. We're going to step that leg back in and shake it out. Step the leg back this time, cartwheel, open the arms, chest is going to face the side room. We're going to be in warrior two. So same step with the leg. This time, open your arms, warrior two. So we're looking right arm is forward, right foot is forward. So the arm that's forward is the same as the leg. Nice, everyone. The other twist would really get you off balance. Now lower that front hand to the seat of the chair. Take your back arm up and over to the front of the room. Extended side angle. Beautiful, everyone. Come back into your warrior two. Now straighten your front leg. So both legs are straight here. Take the arms up overhead. Now as you open them into warrior two, bend your knee. We're going to flow through this 2 more times. So knee bends, arm comes out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend and open. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend and open. Beautiful, everyone. Now take the hands to the back of your chair. Pivot on your back foot. So we're up in what we call a high lunge. Now, if you'd like to work with the balance, maybe take one hand off the chair. Maybe take 2 hands off the chair. Bring your shoulders away from your ears instead of scrunching. Think about pulling them down. Nice. Hands to the chair, and we're going to hop or jump that leg right back in and pedal out the feet. We'll take the same sequence on the other side. So we're going to step that right leg back. Warrior one is how we're starting. So the foot is nice and turned out, the knee is bent. We're going to start with the hands, as we said, in prayer, so that our pinkies are facing the back of the chair. Now inhale, come up. We're going to take a few breaths in our warrior one. Keep reaching up and breathing. 1 more breath. Now lower the hands to the chair and step that foot back in. Down. This time as we step back with the right foot, that right arm is going to go to the back of the room. We're going to be opened up in warrior two. So stepping the foot back and opening up the arms. So the same knee that's forward, that's the hand. Beautiful, everyone. We have a nice warrior two. Keep a deep bend in your front knee. Don't forget about that. Now drop the front hand. Take the back arm up and over to the front of the room. Extended side angle. Nice, everyone. Come back into your warrior two. Now a little change here. Straighten both legs. Lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the knee. Arms are open. Beautiful. 2 more flows like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Now we're going to pivot around to bring the hands to the back of the chair, coming onto the ball of the foot here in high lunge. Options to take 1 hand up, maybe the other arm, shoulders away from the ears, and then slowly lower the heads. Move slow so you can get that back leg in and pedal out the feet. Let's open the feet wider than your chair or chair width apart with toes turned out. As you exhale, knees are going to come out over the feet. So think about your thighs opening here. Rather than rolling inward. If they are, take a shorter stance. Let's take the arms out into goddess here. As you inhale, come up, palms touch. Exhale, goddess. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale, goddess. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Now stay in goddess if you can. Take the hands back to the chair. We're going to lift one heel at a time, starting with the right, coming up to the toes, and then going to the left and forward. 2 more on each side. And last round here, right and left. Beautiful. Now take your hands into cactus, rise up, palms touch, and bring your hands to your heart. Lower them down, toe heel the feet in, and come out to the right side of your chair. Work a little bit on balance now. So starting with your left hand on the back of the chair, right hand on your hip, we're just going to lift the knee up to hip height and lower it down. We'll take 3 more of these. Hold up on this last one. And now we're going to open the knee to the side and bring it back in. Now, move slow here. Fast is not going to gain you anything other than being the first one. Coming to the side. Now, let's make some circles here. You can always lower the hip if it feels uncomfortable to keep it hip height, and then take them in the other direction. Lower the foot down and pedal that out. Now we're going to lift that right knee again, and we're going to tap it in front, bring it back, tap it behind. Center, front, center, back. 1 more. Now lift it up once more, and as you tap it down, keep it there. Take your hands out beside you. We're going to bend that front knee and hug the tree. As we inhale, we're going to pull the elbows back, just like we did seated. Exhale, hug the tree. Inhale, pull it back. 1 more. Exhale, inhale. Now slide that foot back in. We're going to take that same challenge, except this time we're going to move from standing to bending. Option to stay. Now, so in other words, let me just give that to you again. You can stay right here as we started with your legs separated, or if you want to add on a little bit more challenge to the balance, start with your hands on your hips. As you step forward, you're going to hug the tree. Step forward, hug the tree. As you pull it back, you're going to take the leg with you. Okay, so we've got a lot of adventurous people in the room trying it this way. 1 more. And pull it back. Beautiful. Pedal it out, and let's come to the other side. So the right hand stays, the right hip stays. We're going to start with the left hand on the opposite hip and lifting up just a couple of marches to start. We did 4 of those. And this time when you find your knee up in line, we're going to take that gate pose open and back 3 of these. And again, if you're feeling a little bit of tightness here, just lower the knee out of the hip line. And this time when we get to center, we'll make those circles. And then take them in the other direction. See if you can circle from the hip, not just the ankle. Right, right. That's going to make a big difference here. Bring them back to center, lower it down, and shake it out. We have that forward and back toe tap. So the knee comes up, tap, center, tap back. Lift, tap, lift, back. 1 more in each direction. Now lift it up once more, tap it down and place the foot down. We're going to stay steady here with the legs apart, coming into hug a tree and pulling it back. Hug a tree and pull it back. Hug a tree and pull it back. Take your hands to your hips and slide your foot back in. We're gonna add that little bit of movement, either keep your legs separated as we did, if you wanna work through the second variation of this. As we step forward, we're gonna bring our arms to hug the tree. And as we bring the body weight back, elbows come in. Nice. And one more. Shake it out. Beautiful, everyone. It was really, really lovely. Let's turn the chair so you're facing the seat of your chair. I'll be sideways with the of the iPad. Everyone else in the room can see how everyone else is set up there. Beautiful. Okay, so taking your hands to your hips. Let's just step that left foot back a short, wide stance. By wide, we mean we're not in a tightrope. We actually have much more balance here when the feet are in line with our hips. And all 10 toes are facing the seat of your chair. Hands are on the hips. Inhale, lift your chest and find a flat back. Use your hands to fold those hips over evenly. Now that right hip is going to want to move a little bit forward. Use your right hand to kind of put it back in line. And then lower both hands to the seat of your chair. You should feel this in your hamstrings, right? I should get a nod on here. Now press into your palms. Keep a flat back, so that means your spine is parallel to the seat of your chair. Now bend your elbows, let the crown of the head come down to the seat of the chair. Looking at your thighs. Now press and lift up. We're going to take the right hand to the middle of your chair and lift your left arm open for a twist. Now lower that left hand. Let's take the right arm up. If the arm doesn't feel good lifted, keep it on your hip and just rotate the shoulder up. Lower that right hand down. Gently bend your knees and step your left foot forward. Take your hands to your hips and roll on up. Now let's take that right foot back, just a short, wide stance, same thing here. And where your hands are on your hip, when we come forward, that's a way to kind of think about. When I say stacked, that means the hips are side by side. And they kind of want to change their position, so your hands can help you move that. Inhale to lift. Exhale, come to that flat back. Again, that thighs are pressing to the wall behind you, imaginary wall. Now lower your hands, press into them, and come to that flat back. Move your left hip toward the back of the room. So both right and left hip is side by side. As you exhale, bend your elbows, eyes to thighs. 2 breaths here. And then lengthen out your arms. Left hand comes to the center of the seat of the chair. Right arm, open twist. Exhale, lower the right hand. Inhale, left arm comes up or to your hip. If the shoulder bothers you, take it to the hip. Exhale to lower. Come into your flat back once again. Let the head be heavy here. And then step that right foot forward to meet the left. This time we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Inhale, lift the arms. Interlace the fingers, steeplechase the index fingers and take a back bend. Inhale to center, exhale, hands to heart. Release them down, and then turn your chairs around. Let's come back into the chairs. And let's take those arms out into a T shape once more. Flip and flex the palms. Now take that right arm under the left. Find eagle arms or genie arms, your choice here. So find what works for you. For the purpose of visual, I'm going to keep my arms on my shoulders. Now your elbows should be in line with your collarbone if you can. Think about that. If you're hugging them close in, lift them up. Now as you inhale, lift them all the way up. And as you exhale, round it on down to your thighs. Let it go here. Let your lower back expand. Stay here. Don't rush. We're not going anywhere. We're coming toward the end here. You want to let the body release. Now inhale, bring it up once more. Just come to center. Take the elbows to the right. Come back to center. Take the elbows to the left. Come back to center. Now release the arms as though you were taking off a shirt. Lifting them nice and wide. Flip the palms to the back of the room and bring your arms alongside you. Lift up, push a wall behind you. Let the arms go. And let's take this the other way. So starting with arms out into that T shape, left arm under right, finding your genie or eagle. Starting with elbows in line with your shoulders. Then we take them upward, head dips back. As you exhale, round the spine, we're going to be here hanging, letting everything go. Create space in the back of your body here. Let your head be heavy. Inhaling, coming on up, lifting the elbows up again, once a little higher, then coming back to neutral. We have that twist over to your left. Come back to center, take it to your right. Come back to center, take off the shirt, big wide, Y-shaped arms. Then sweep them behind you with the palms facing back, lift your chest as though you were swimming. And then drop both arms all the way, circle them up and take them back. We're going to take 3 big, full shoulder circles. And you can always modify in any way you need to. And then take them in the opposite direction, to the back of your room, up and forward. And you modify it in a way that feels right for you. And then let them relax beside you. We'll do one more piece here. Let's just cross the right leg over the left. Take your hands into prayer. And then take that left elbow towards the right thigh. So we have a nice seated twist to end our practice. Press into your palms. Push your right shoulder upward. Nice, long, beautiful spine here. Always remember to keep breathing. Come back through center, release that down, and uncross and cross the other way. Arms come into prayer first, then we take that right elbow down to the left thigh. Same thing, nice long spine, lift your head, lift your crown, looking towards your left shoulder if possible. Inhale, come back to center, release the hands, uncross the legs. We'll just do a little bit of more work before we finish. So come to sit a little closer to the edge of your chair, bring your feet out with you. We're going to take the arms out into a T shape, and we're going to bring the left elbow towards the right knee, adding in a bit of a twist. Move slow, work with breath. Inhale. Right, we rush all day long. It's harder to control a small, smooth movement than it is a big, fast one. Right, it's easy to lift your leg and put it back down, but to lift, hold, and work against gravity takes more control and more muscle. Come back to center. Now arms are out. Let's just roll from the wrists here. Roll from the wrists, and then slowly float the hands down. Take your shoulders up to your ears. Let them drop. Take that 2 more times. Shoulders to the ears. Really squeeze, squeeze. Release. 1 more. And now come to sit in the chair completely. Let your spine find a place to relax. So shimmy your hips back. Relax your spine. Let yourself find the support of the chair and place your hands somewhere nice and comforting. Let the fingers be spread so it almost feels as though you're holding yourself. I invite you to close your eyes here and take a moment to just Wiggle out the feet, maybe just lift the toes up gently. And then as you place them down, really feel the ground beneath you. And imagine that strength, that sensation of connection traveling up your calves and over your thighs, around your hamstrings and your hips. And then release it all into that support. So let it all go. Let the hips spread out, let the feet relax, no need to grip onto anything. And then let's feel the fingertips holding on to the thighs. And let that strength and sensation of connection travel up your arms to your shoulders and down your back to the seat of the chair. And then release all that tension. Let the chair support you without any muscle work. And notice your jaw here. Maybe just move it a little bit left and right, really slow. Let the tongue drop into your mouth. Relax the eyelids. Notice if you're squeezing them tight. Just allow yourself to be present into the support of the ground beneath you. Keeping your awareness on your breath. One step can start a journey. One song can change a moment. One smile can start a friendship. One hug can lift a soul. One candle can wipe out darkness. One life can make a difference. One word can start a prayer. One hope will lift a spirit. One touch can show you care. Be that one today. Begin to deepen the breath. Take a full, deep, complete inhale through your nose. And a nice audible exhale out the mouth. Take that again. This time, lift your arms up with your inhale. And as you exhale, let them come down. Take one more beautiful flow here. Bring your arms up with your inhale. Eyes can still be closed. Exhale, float them down. And then bring your hands to your heart, just like we started this morning. Perhaps your thumbs touch your heart space. Find that connection. May sun shine down upon you. May love fill your heart. And may your inner light guide you on your way. Thank you as always for the gift of your practice, the gift of your presence, and the gift of your spirit. May you have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.